Hello friends, today I have this canvas I am working on. I'm going to do a mixed media canvas and I am going to do a couple of birds on it. I made a tracer here of birds. I'm going to do birds facing each other or something. I might do the canvas this direction. Don't know. I'm putting it like this for now so you guys can kind of see the whole thing. I might have to move the details in the pieces that I use, like the papers and whatnot. But I'm hoping that you'll get the gist of what I'm doing. So I'm grabbing some music paper. I do have some with sprays. I showed you guys the different stencils and sprays and stuff with those ones there. So I'm going to use the music paper for my background. I'm going to use my Mod Podge for that. And I'm just going to layer and layer, make a mixed media canvas that way. And then have a cute couple of little lovebirds at the end. So, and that's my plan. So, trying not to create too much of a shadow. I'm having some issues with shadow. I'm having my light in a totally wrong space. Let's see if I can move it here. I have, seriously, my light in the wrong space. I'm sure of it here. I'm going to move it over to here. It might help a little bit with the shadows not being, no, it's still going to make the shadows there. It might help a little bit, the shadows be to the side more, but I have my water, everything here on a tray. It's easier for me to put, I'm going to show you. I have one of these trays, like, you know, for bringing tea and whatnot, and I used it a lot already, and now I'm just using it for this. So it's all my water. It's easy to bring upstairs to rinse everything out. Just a little, you know, if you have a tray, a serving tray, it's a good idea to throw your waters up in it, and things that you need to rinse out. Your brushes can go lay on the bottom of the tray and that kind of thing. Your stencils, and you can carry it all up at once. Easy if you don't have a sink in your craft room. I don't have a sink in my craft room, so just thought that would be a helpful little share. So I'm going to grab some sheet music here. And I like the ones that are really full, like these. So I'm going to add these to it. And I'm just going to kind of rip towards myself here, just so there's not a hard edge. And I could use these, some of these, for my sides. So I'm planning to have it up and down here this way. Maybe I can try, maybe you guys can see it all now. But you can see it better. So I'll try to keep it. I'm going to get a lot of goo in the bottom of my Mod Podge, just saying, guys. But to help it keep it, I can't remember what I was saying. Jeepers, that's great. Anyway, I don't know. It wasn't that important. So I'm just going to do the music paper down. It'll probably be a great background. And I love that there's notes with these music papers. I think it's for piano. And I love that there's notes in there, because it kind of gives it more of a unique feel. I'm being wrinkly. I don't want too wrinkly. So okay, I'm gonna rip it away from myself. Away. And like I said, you can use these for the edges. And then it's all kind of blending. And right now, I'm just adding this. I'm not adding color yet. So, who knows how much it's going to show. It just goes with the feel. I'm going with the feel of things here. Going to my bottom here. This is really bugging me. There we go. I'm getting to the bottom of my glue, so my problem here is that so I have tissue papers too. You could put napkins. You could put a combination of everything. I'm going to put some tissue as well. And I got paper stuck in my fingers. It gets bumpy because I'm not getting that glue down totally here. I'm trying to be fast so the video is not terribly long. And there is this piece here. Isn't that pretty? The kids are being really loud. Okay. So there is some wrinkles, but that's okay. I am going to put more texture on it too, but it's because, like I said, I'm at the bottom of my glue, so not all of it's getting, I think not all of it's getting really thoroughly. Okay. So what I'm going to do is grab my tissue paper, my absolute favorite tissue paper. One of them lately has been this. So I got from Walmart, and it's just been great tissue paper. I'm actually going to cover the whole thing. So, just to be different. So what I'm going to do is I got to pause the video a bit. I'm going to do the edges and then have it all around. But it's kind of hard to show you the back here. I used my ends and I'm just kind of wrapping them along the edge. How do I explain this? Like I took an end and I put it here. So then there's some music note showing on the side. I'm wrapping them around the back, trimming it up, and it just wraps around the whole piece. So that is what I'm doing. It was hard to hold up with the distance. I don't know. It's kind of hard to show you. I have one piece right here. I don't know if I can even show you because, of course, it was the end. But like this, you would find, of course, now I'm out of paper. You would find a piece of music paper. Sheet like this. You really don't need a lot. Like this or like this. And you would just add it to the edges like this. Because it finishes off your piece really nicely if you do the edges. So then you just are blending whatever you're collaging onto it. You're blending that with it. Making sure you have enough to cover over. And then, my phone's in my pocket, of course. And then, that's how you work it. And then you carefully tear your corners. I cut them all, I gave them all a slit, and then I carefully afterwards tear my corners down on all of them, as you can see, so then they're not all bunched up. I don't know if you can see that. So they're not all bunched up. And the back's not going to show, but the side shows, and you just want it to be really, really nice. So I trimmed them down. This one I left a little long, but I trimmed them down. And then I have all this nice leftover pieces for other collages. See, I can trim them all down. And then it's more finished that way. That's my piece now. Now I'm just going to throw some Mod Podge on it and get really on there. So you can see through it. And really soak it. I had the music notes a certain way and I bumped my camera. Sorry guys. Here we go. Anyway, that's about it. I just want to show you that because, I mean, I think... Oh, do I? No. Anyways, I think it's kind of important to kind of get the whole edge, too. I noticed one of my canvases, I forgot to paint the edge. And it really showed. Now this has got some where it's not sticking totally, but it will. Just because I'm slow on my glue, that's why my Mod Podge. So I am actually thinking I might be out. Time to go buy more. So I'll have to press that down a bit better. But isn't that nice? See how it's on the side? And that's just strips that I took off. And I did on both ends as well. So, okay, so I have collage paper. Well, I have this tissue paper I got here, like this, and I can't remember where I got it. I picked it up. But I'm going to use it for adding some more collage elements here. My fingers are all full of glue. I'm going to grab a few here, kind of put them together, and go from the corner, and I'm just going to tear, like that, and go from that end, and tear, like this. We're just kind of winging it, so we're seeing what we're getting with this here. So, wow, those kids are loud! So I'm thinking of kind of making a tree out of this ripped paper because I would like to put my bird. Where's my bird? Cardboard bird. I have just a stencil. I'm probably going to make them out of watercolor paper. One here and one here, so I'm going to need another branch. And I'm just ripping tissue paper. Oh wow, I'm not doing a very well job of it either. Alright, let's try that again. Those are my kids and the neighbor's kids. Okay, so I'm going to try to tear a little bit more so it's longer, so I can make another branch out of it. And this is just going to be really crazy trees. Making it up as I go along. All these other pieces are going to be fine for collage pieces, so I'm just going to save them. They could be for ATCs, they could be for anything really, so I'm going to save them. So I'm just going to make my tree like that. With tissue paper. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to get some glue down. I did pour the rest of my Mod Podge in here. From my Mod Podge, big one. And I have it upside down so then I can get whatever's left on the lid in there. So now this is just torn tissue paper. I can't remember where I got it. Was it a dollar store? One of those ones that just, you know, not like Dollarama, but those ones that clean everything in dollar. It says dollar store, but everything's like really expensive usually. Anyway, don't we love those dollar stores? Sometimes you can find some treasures though, some crafting stuff, because they do usually put your crafting stuff for cheap, and they charge for their dishes and whatnot for more money. So I'm just adding my branch. So it's another piece, a collage piece. And no wonder I'm out of glue, eh? No wonder I'm out of glue. So I see nice open piece here and a hair. I want to make my tree look good, so I'm taking my reversed piece and trying to make it thicker down here. I stole my sweater back, guys. Did you notice? Stole my sweater back from Kendra. So my Superman sweater is now once again mine. Mine. So there is my tree, and isn't that nice? Just tearing up tissue, how that's looking. I'm getting down to the edges, and I'm getting, you know, trying to get it all good. So it looks good and kind of realistic. You want to look like it can be a tree in your imagination. So that's why we're playing with it. You could do this even with thicker paper. I just wanted to do tissue because I want to see through it. And I thought, oh, that's going to be cool. And then I could do some painting or whatever too. But I'm going to do something different. I'm just going to kind of scrape some paint on there. So I'm just going to grab the edge. Don't forget your edges. So yeah, I'm going to scrape some paint on there. Here's a couple more pieces. And I've got a lot of glue on there, which is really good. Cora's playing with that bell. We were playing, I don't know, statues with it, using the bell, and I was ringing it, and then when they stopped ringing it, they had to stop, they had to freeze. So now they got the idea somehow to play that. I wonder where. Alright, so that's my tree. Crazy. My crazy tree. See if I got any more branches I could kind of rip up for over here. Just because it'll look nice. There we go. So that's what I'm doing with this. I'm just kind of going with it and playing with it. Making a branch. Oh, branches. I think that's good. I think that's good. I'm going to do a little bit more right here. I'm going to dry that up. My collage. Okay. I am going to play with the tree a bit here. I'm going to throw some directly on here I got some metallics. I'm going to throw some metallic on here. And I might have probably should have chose like a darker brown first, and I'm just going to kind of, we'll see how this goes, kind of scrape it on for my tree. So I have my background color, and like I said, I'm just really playing with it here. I also punched out a few flowers here in, what's that called? Tissue paper. So that should be really cool. Oops, really cool as well. I'm just going to use my brush here to add some details. I don't know if I have too much detail in there already, or if I'm kind of just whatever adding. But I kind of just want to add a few things here and there. So I could be just going crazy with it. So there we go. I am going to rinse it off. This is a nice metallic. I'm going to add a little bit of brown. I'm just going to find my brown because I don't have that. My bittersweet chocolate, it's called here. And actually I'm just going to throw a little bit on my palette on the side. And made a mess with my palette. And I'm just going to go add that in. Pick it up. See, I didn't want too dark, so actually I'm putting the gold down first rather than the dark is a good choice. And that one was a metallic, what was it? Who knew? The Venetian gold, I think. Okay, so I'm just grabbing what's left. There we go. I'm gonna dry that up, guys. Okay, haven't made up my mind if I'm gonna make it shadow it up to make it more realistic. I'm not sure right now. I'm thinking not, but we'll see how that goes. So what I'm going to do is a little bit of background with this, my favorites, clay color metallic sticks. So I love the colors of these. I'm throwing some of that back here. And I'm just spreading it. And it's a poster paint on a stick. Really love it. Just make sure you get some on the edges too. You pull some through. I'm just really loving it because I'm liking how, oops, get some on there. How it is, you can see everything right still. So that is that. I really enjoy that. What I'm going to do is grab my green metallic. I also have the regular colors and like the bright fluorescent colors in here. So, but I'm liking these metallic colors. I haven't used them in a while though. So, I'm adding it in here. Give you the feel of ground and sky type of thing. There we go. And then I'm gonna podge my flowers on. Finally got my Princess Auto cloths. Anyway, so I decided to go with these tissue paper flowers and make like little blossoms. So I just folded I've got very sticky fingers, so I'm hoping that I can do layers. Yeah, I just folded the paper and just did as many little punches. Where's my punch to show you? Right here. I think it's Martha Stewart. I got it from Walmart. And I'm just gonna throw them on. The kids are being very loud. Sorry guys. Super loud. But I like the way it looks like little blossoms. There's different sizes too. I'm just grabbing whatever's sticking to my finger. And trying to get it down there. Okay, let's see here. So I'm just gonna, I kind of wet my fingers. I got bunched down. So let's see what I can get here happening with what can stick. There we go. So I just dipped, you remember those jars of water? I have some clean water. You kind of dip my fingertips in it. And my glue is on my fingers anyway, so it made it a little more sticky. And there you go. That's what happens when you, there you go. It's like a little sink in here. Get a little damper, but then you don't want it totally soaked. And I'm just going to see what's going to stick. And because I said my fingers are sticky, so I'm going to kind of pull them off. There you go. Cute! This is like my collage, but I'm kind of making everything into like the tree, the flowers, and then I'm going to do my birds afterwards. It doesn't matter how the flowers land. So again, rinsing my fingers. Like you know when you do little lemon bowls when you go to the Chinese restaurant because they're so sticky from all the sweet sour sauce. And then you just get your fingers in there and you get it all. See? Perfect. Get it all. Good. I'm still got some. And whatever sticks, sticks, right? It's all good. Got a couple big ones here. So, that is how it's looking. Let's see if I can show you guys a little closer up. It's kind of hard with all that glue shining, so I might have to dry it up for you guys. More blossoms here. I might have too many, which is not good for my video. Great. So I'm just like showing you what not to do. Don't have too many pieces. Anyway. I have no idea what's in there, how many. But that's what I'm doing. Folding it up and just punching out some of these. See if I can, it's probably too much. Alright, again, wet my fingers a bit. Dry them off a bit. There we go. Let's make that one not go in the glue bottle. That might be too many. Just spread them out. Don't panic, just have fun with it. Look at that. Craft like a boss here, just making it up. Craft like a duck, I know. That's my saying, craft like a duck. But I'm just saying, you know, just do it like you know what you're doing and have fun with it. There. These blossoms, when you get these little type of cherry trees or whatever I'm kind of going for, you get so many. So it's going to look good. And even if they're flipped around or whatever, it's going to look good. And you can always just kind of keep going over them, spread them out a bit more, whatever. And they're so dimensional because look at the layers. You got layers and layers of blossoms. Just pull them off. Pull them off. Enjoy yourself. You can do it. These tissue flowers are just awesome. Okay. I think I'm going to throw a few here. Where's this spot? There we go. Peel them off. Doesn't matter if they're not whole or whatever. And if you gotta rinse your hand, you gotta rinse your hand, no biggie. There we go. Perfection. Just because you did it. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm going to use this black plum color. Just put a little bit dab here just to make it. I'm going to have birds on it too, so I'm not too worried about it. But I do want to have a bit of a shadow. Just to make you feel like it's somewhat a tree, right? So, let's do that. Let's make it feel real a little bit here. So, I'm just going kind of down on one side of what would be the tree here. Side that would have the shadows, the lower parts of the trees kind of, and that kind of thing. Not really specific, not really perfect either, obviously. Look at this mess. Give you a feel. There's a bit of a shadow here. That's it. Because the birds are going to be on it, so it's not a big deal.